America's favorite DJ. Yes.
This moment, it didn't start today. It didn't start this week or this season.
He's got plenty of room through the 40, 45, 50. He's down to the 40. It's a foot race. 30, 20, touchdown.
It started long before we ever wore the word Ouachita across our chest.
In the sweat of the teams who built this program.
And the last presentation we're going to make to Ouachita High School is the Class 4A State Championship Trophy.
And the heartbreak of the seasons that came up inches short.
Jamie Spencer, look at that man and all the determination he has. And it's intercepted. And that's going to do it.
And the legends who never got the chance we have right now.
He made some first tackle, and he's got plenty of room through the 40, 45.
In the dome, we won't just play for our team.
We'll play for every Ouachita team that came before.
Every player who laid the foundation.
The end zone takes a shot, goes to Simpson, catches it, touchdown, Lions.
Every fan who believed.
You think this game means something to these fans and to these kids? You bet it does.
Every coach who carried the standard.
Hey, how about this deal?
This stage is different.
This stage is the place where names become stories.
Where stories become legends.
And where legends become immortal.
Champions are remembered by the scoreboard.
Champions are remembered for the moments.
The ones where you refuse to break.
The ones where you choose each other.
The ones where you prove you were built for more.
This game isn't about pressure.
It's about opportunity.
The chance to etch Ouachita into history.
To become the team people talk about for generations.
The team that did what others only dreamed of.
This team, our team.
We've earned the right to step into forever.
And forever doesn't come easy.
But it belongs to the fearless.
To the united.
To the ones who refuse to fall.
When the lights hit the field.
When the crowd roars.
When the moment finally meets the mission.
We'll have one chance. We have one game.
There is one legacy.
Let's take what's ours.
Go finish what we started.
Go become immortal. This is Ouachita's time.
Our story.
Our forever.
The Superdome Celebration State Championship Show. I'm Mike Downhour. This cat here is Des Lighton, All-American Des Lighton. That guy over there, yes, we know him as a great dad and a great father and husband and all of that, but this man is now state champion, and we want to say congratulations and welcome Benjy Lewis.
Hey, guys, how we doing?
Man, it is good. There we go. There we go. We are broadcasting live out at El Paso, 165 North. There's still a few tables if somebody wants to come out and join us. And this show is being brought to you by Nela Title. With over 40 years of legal experience, Ethan Hunt and Rob Garner are the partners behind Nela Title. They specialize in residential and commercial real estate transactions. You know Ethan, don't you?
Ethan's a man.
He is.
Shout out to him.
Nela Title, 3200 Forsyth Avenue, 388-4304. Any questions? Ethan at NelaTitle.com. We also want to say thank you to David's Mobile Detail, JTL Construction, Paul Evans Bail Bonds, El Paso Mexican Grill. Coach Lou St. Amand donated some money for that. I mean, so many people did, and we got to give them shout-outs, and we just want to say thank you because the fruits of your labor are right there. Talk about that thing, Coach. Oh, wait. Before we do that, we should have Jacobs in here, but he's not here. Coach, who gets all the glory?
God gets all the glory.
Absolutely right.
Nobody believed, but you know who did?
God did.
God did.
That's right, man. We're sitting here today, baby, with our loving fans, coaching. How does it feel to be a state championship winning head coach?
You know, for so long, it's something that I think every coach, and I told the coaches this in our prayer right before the game. I said, look, there's guys that go their whole career, whether it be assistant. I came up, my first head coach was Mac Fowler, and he was there the other night, fortunate enough to have him there. And he said, I never got to touch the dome floor. And so here we are with first-year coaches, 10-year coaches, 5-year coaches, first-year coaches, myself in my 23rd year, have never touched the dome floor. I've been fortunate enough to, but what an experience again to get to do that, and what an experience to take a group of guys down there that I trust, that I love. And look, man, these things aren't accidental. Like I've probably fielded 100 calls and texts today about my staff, and I want to take the time right now to say that, it was a perfect placement of perfect people at a perfect time. They are everything to me, and I am nothing without them. I'm not sure if not every one of them is here right now. It's even one off camera to my left.
We do understand that Coach O'Shea Caesar is going to be teaching celebration dances and all that for future Dome appearances. Just thought we should tell him about that.
Whatever he teaches, don't do that. No, we have a great group of coaches, and like I said, I've been fortunate enough to have these guys with me this year, and just to see. If anything I learned, man, X's and O's are one thing, and that's important. You got to know the game, but you also have to fit. You have to have a fit within your staff. And my staff, it's. I'll be honest, it's why we started this show late, because I wanted to hang out back there.
That's right.
Because I can't get enough of the guys that I work with, probably 16 hours, 17 hours, 18 hours a day during season, and that speaks a lot. By week 15, you're ready to get away from some guys, and you're not. You still want to hang out with them. That says a lot about this staff, and they are a large, large part of why this thing's sitting right here, and we're doing this show on the second week or third week now of December.
That's right.
What they say, thy rod and thy staff, thy comfort.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
My staff comforts me. You're right.
Absolutely.
You're right.
I'll never forget when the parents were feeding the players the week before the Dome, and we fed the players. It was late after practice. It was like 7 o'clock. And the coaches came downstairs and got some food and went back upstairs.
That's right.
Like, y'all still at work.
Yep. We're a group that loves one another, man, and that's important. I see Coach Leonard Caesar walking in. What's up, my boy?
There he is. There he is.
Everybody's here, and not everybody's talking, or they may. We'll see how that goes. But everybody's here. Every single staff member's here. And not because I told them you have to be, because they want to be.
Right.
Because they know how special it is in this moment and this time to be doing what Ouachita has done, man. To do what we've done.
So I didn't realize. I know it was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand to how many people it was a big deal, Coach. Who are some of the people that reached out to you that maybe surprised you that you didn't understand how big this would matter as much to them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it was really classy. Every single coach in our district reached out.
That is good.
Including a coach who I know is probably sick, Coach Mike Collins, and I mentioned that he's a mentor of mine. He reached out afterwards with well wishes. Obviously, I've told you Thomas Bachman reached out. College coaches that used to be around here or used to recruit Ouachita, or maybe I've had a relationship with from Neville when they recruited and I was handling that part of things, that are off up in the Northwest. They still care about who the Louisiana State champion is.
Yeah.
And they reach out, The biggest one, probably the most prevalent one, is Will Campbell.
Wow.
Will Campbell reached out and said, if there's anybody that deserves it, it's you and Leonard Caesar. And that means the world. I know it does to Leonard. It does to myself as well. But my phone has been inundated in a great, great way. I walked back in after the press conference and picked my phone up in the locker room, and I had 300. I'll never forget the number, 362 text messages. And that many or more calls, So I worked my way through every one of them. I'll be honest with you. By Sunday, I'd worked my way through every single one of them. And I want to let everybody know we couldn't have done this without your well wishes, without your support, without your donations, without your thanks, without everything that you've done for us. We couldn't have done this, and this wouldn't be sitting right here if it weren't for so many people and their generous donations, their time. There's just so many things that go into something like this. And I used to listen when I was a staff member on a state championship team, and I think that missed me. But as a head coach, and everything that everyone does and how these pieces fit together, I'm sitting here looking at one of the ball boys, just so happens to be my son, who's had his butt chewed more times by me than probably most players in a game. And they're important. They're important. So many people come together to do this thing, and I could not be more grateful or more humbled that this family, this group, this community came together to make this thing possible.
One of the things I wanted to specifically thank you for is sometimes coaches, when they get the trophy, they want to protect it. They want to put it in a trophy case. Yeah. You're telling everybody, man, take pictures, grab that thing, take a photograph of it with it. Put it on Facebook, put it on social media. You're not keeping it away from people. You are encouraging people to show it off.
3 decades of something, you think people don't want to pick that up? You know, I know I would.
Yes.
I know I would. So
I took my picture, so yes, me too.
Absolutely. This thing is not a Benjy Lewis thing or a Ouachita High School football thing. This thing belongs to the east side of Ouachita Parish, and more specifically, and we're finding out now, it belongs to Ouachita Parish schools where there's champions, us and Sterlington.
Absolutely.
You know? It belongs to this area, you know, and more people than I probably ever realized were so proud of this moment and this time.
I mean, you know, I heard from last night I had a long conversation with Coach John Carr.
Yeah, he called me as well.
He did reach out. He sure did. And we talked about the challenges of this area, you know, and I mean, a guy that I think the world of, you know. I think did a great job at his time in Ouachita High School, and you know, a guy that I've been fortunate enough to be around. And you know, I don't think that it's lost on me that this, if this was about me and the coach that I am, it wouldn't be sitting here. It's about us and what we've come together to make a very, very special moment.
Well, one of the questions I've got, we've got a little example right here. How about some rings, Coach? What's the plan, Stan?
Real quick. I don't wear these rings ever, Coach, but my conference championship rings, because they reminded me that we didn't win a state championship ring. So I had to break them out. I don't have that stigma anymore, thanks to you guys.
I'll be honest, and I've been very purposeful in not talking. When I refer to where I was, I refer to it as my previous place of employment. Not that I don't respect and love my time there, but I think I owe reverence to Ouachita for the opportunities they've given me. And I do, and I'll say it now, my family's here. Those rings sit on my bedside every morning as a reminder of where I wanted to be and where I wanted to go. And now tomorrow, I'll bring them to make sure that size is the right size of this new ring with Mr. Cliff Lane. You know, and if anybody knows me, they know I'm a planner. That ring's already been planned. I'll show you guys who are sizing for them tomorrow. I'll show you the plans for them. And at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's a happening going on in the weight room because we're sizing for some doggone rings.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
So you need me and Mike there?
Yeah. And Tile and Ricky.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
So, Coach, let's look back. Let's relive this championship experience, starting back with just the process of getting the buses ready and going down there to the Dome.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I will always say I like that part of it. I like the planning part of it. But you know, Saturday we had a Zoom meeting with LHSA, and we got the packet and kind of let us know. And so I'm taking notes, doing everything that you would do. On Sunday when I have my normal staff meeting, I tell them for today and tomorrow, I'm going to be a travel agent. That's what I'm doing. And you've got to take the reins, especially my coordinators, you've got to take the reins of this team and continue to put in act this plan. That ain't no different than any other plan, not week 14 or week 1's plan. It looks the same, it is the same, and we got to do it. I've just got to do some head coaching duties, and then I'll be back with you. Monday afternoon, by the time practice was, everything's booked, everything's ready. Our itinerary, it was ready on Sunday. And, hey, we went about the normal week of getting ready to play a ball game. That was just a day later. That's
I'm about to say, did it help having the extra day?
You know, we're not going to lose. We're not going to lose a minute of extra preparation. So we had another small, short practice. Not anything that was too trying on the guys. We had helmets only. But I will tell you, I think the coolest thing, and I don't take total credit for much, but we got to LSU, to the indoor facility on Friday, and I could see that was the only opportunity we were going to have that time on new turf or sacred turf, I guess, if you will.
Yep.
And, man, we're just doing our normal speed practice, and I could tell it was
energized.
It was no, just the opposite. It was going wrong.
Business.
It was going wrong.
They were tight.
I kept waiting for Kiffin to come out and tell me to kind of tone down my So I'll tell you what we did at the end of that. And it was something that both Caesar coaches had said to me that we should have done earlier in the week. But at the end of it, we had a punt, pass, and kick by position group. Yeah. And we said, you know what? We're 18, 17, 16, 15, 14-year-old young men, but we're going to have fun like we're kids because it's still about having fun. And we called it up. I told them this sport, even at this level, is still about having fun. Mm-hmm. And I told them that on Saturday before we went out. You know, we had our team prayer, and I told them the biggest thing that I want to tell you about this is have fun, man, and remember it. Take a time to take a breath and take it in because – for the seniors, you'll definitely never be back here again in this role.
Right.
For others, there's no guarantee. You know, for coaches, there's no guarantee. I walked out of the Dome in 2015 thinking we'll be right back there because that's what we had been doing. 10 years later was the next time I walked back in on the Dome floor.
Wearing a different uniform.
That's correct.
Well, in 94, I'm sure Ouachita thought, we've been here in 89,
that's right.
94, we'll be back, right?
Yep.
It took another 34 years.
That's right.
So I got a question. Who won the punt, pass, and kick? I heard my little brother had it and choked.
He did. The punt, pass, and kick winner for the LSU indoor facility was Montreal Connor.
Okay. All right, Montreal.
To get it. So Montreal's here. You'll hear from Montreal later on. My position group choked. Odie Fremont choked for me. But, no, it was fun, and it kind of took it back to, hey, remember, we're winning the state championship, or we're pushing at that time for a state championship. But it's about having fun. Yeah. It's about forming relationships. And if we wanted anything first before we did that, we won at building a bond on this team and on this coaching staff that ended up being what I think our season mantra is, and that's unbreakable, unbreakable. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, I want to go over stats, but we'll save that for our final segment there and let you brag on everybody heading out. I have a quick question, and I know we're going back to the game. 17-7 was not the halftime score you desired. You're down by 10. Yeah. I've seen video clips of what went on in the locker room. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, that was a shortened version.
Yeah,
so we'll leave it there.
I got the real version.
Oh, do you? Okay.
It's G14 classified.
Okay.
We skipped a little ahead, Mike. I wanted to ask him about.
Go ahead then.
The day before, you decided to bring the team to the Dome.
Right.
I didn't see Rustin up there that day.
No,
I don't
we
think
talked about Coach Ball and I talked about that before the game Saturday, and we just talked about how, for me, having been a coach that's been there before with a previous team, what we dislike the most, and I almost slipped up and said that in a Zoom meeting in the LHSA, probably would have got us fined or something. I wish that they would give the practice time back to the teams and give that opportunity for us to run out there as Ouachita, who hadn't been there in 34 years, and let the boys be boys again and just play, and then to take pictures. This is a special moment. I would have loved to have pictures of my wife and kids.
Sure.
And that used to be the thing, and now they've taken that away and made it voluntary, and you buy a package. Well, we bought the package. We took a team picture that's going to be awesome.
It was a good looking.
It is great, and it'll be hanging on the wall forevermore. Mm-hmm. But I think they're missing on taking those opportunities out, and it definitely gives an advantage to a team like Ruston, who's been there 4 years in a row. Their guys know.
Right.
Our guys spent a half figuring out. And so tying his question into your question, at halftime, I spent a lot of time very eloquently describing to them
I think he's lying.
that they have to get out of their own heads, and this is a championship game, and they got to play Ruston and not the Lights.
Yeah. And Coach, let me tell you, Mike, it was short and sweet. He didn't go on and on, but it was like a shot of lightning. And I felt I was ready to go play football after I heard.
You are. You probably had some eligibility left.
It was a championship halftime speak, Coach.
I thought I was going to get a cast on my hand.
Hey, let me tell you something. My auntie said, I always thought Coach Benjy was a little too nice to the guys and quiet, but he was getting in some ass at that halftime show.
That's a perfect way to put it. A perfect way to put it.
Well, they needed it.
Yeah.
They came out and won. That's right.
That's right. So we came out, and to Mike's question, they got past the Lights.
Yeah.
What shifted?
That was the thing, is that when they got in there and said that, we've been that way. But like the charge to me, and the thing that I guess if if I didn't doubt, but what I was worried about is just how good Rustin is at closing games out and just how good Jared does at that. And so we're going to have to overcome that. And I was talking to Jimmy, and I've been very intentional this year about letting Jimmy Sampson and his light shine, and it's been such a bright light. But Coach Samp knows that with Coach Ball and myself, we've seen each other a lot. And, I feel like I have a feel for Jared, both from, playing with him and then coaching against him for all these years. And so I told him, I said, Jimmy, they're doing this. They're trying to, slow the game down and run the clock down. And he did some great things, some really, really great things to create stops and be opportunistic. They're a tough team to defend. There's no doubt about it. When you get in double tight and you're in 22 personnel, it's tough, very tough to defend that.
2 tight ends, 2 running backs.
Yeah.
One of them 6'8".
Yeah. And I would rather him flex out. I'll be honest with you. I would rather him flex out. I'm sorry. I'd rather him be in the formation than be flexed out.
Yeah.
Because I felt like we had some advantages there. But just like they've done since the last week or the first week of November, those guys, they bend, but they don't break, and they find a way to make a play. And, little things start turning into big things, and then the running game comes back around just like it's been all year long. Montrell Connor makes plays with his legs. Montrell Connor just pricks you with passes. And all of a sudden, Ouachita's back in the game. And then, when we're that close, I'll tell you when I knew that the probability of us to win, and it wasn't when it was 20-14, it wasn't there. It was when we went down, and we stopped them on a 4th down, and then Waddell broke it. And they called what I still think was not a very good call on a blindside block.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
And I told the referee, I said, "You're trying to break our back. You're trying to break our back. That wasn't. You're calling an injury, and you can't call an injury. There's no penalty for an injury."
Right.
And then we still go down and we score. And I see Montrell be comfortable and scrambling. And I see the same things that I saw against Pineville.
Mm-hmm.
Montrell and Waddell doing this and playing backyard football.
That's right.
Again, being kids again and enjoying it again. And, when the ball goes up, I had no doubt Waddell's coming down with it. There ain't another person in the state that comes down with the ball when Waddell goes up. That's the belief that we have in him. And I knew then. Just not the touchdown,
right?
But leading up to that play, hey, Ouachita's got more than a fighter's chance in this. We're probably fixing to win this ball game.
There's another thing I wanted to talk about, and that's class and camaraderie. You guys got into the Dome to watch Sterlington. What happened at the end of that Sterlington game with you and that Sterlington team?
After they had won.
Yeah, well, Sterlington came by, and we've had this. I've had this in previous experiences in the Dome, but there is a love. We're fierce competitors. But there's a love and respect.
But your brothers, too.
And admiration of, y'all go get it, bring it back to Ouachita Parish. And it's always a cool thing to hear. I've heard it from different teams at different places, but it's always so cool to hear. And, for me, on the flip side, being best friends with many guys on the Gina staff, to watch those guys walk up with tears in their eyes as we're waiting to go in as we're waiting to go in to watch the game on Friday night, to watch some of those guys who know me, have heard me speak to them down there as Coach Roark puts me in front of them, to hear them say, "Coach, y'all got to go get it tomorrow. Y'all got to go get it tomorrow because you talked to us and you told us and we're here." And I think that's a tremendous, just accomplishment for them. And Coach Roark and I have talked 2 or 3 times this week, and I want him to know, I hope he's watching, man, LaSalle Parish owes you a lot more than what you get. For what you and those guys have done. But leaving it there, I'm so proud that Sterlington and us could do this together and bring this thing back to Ouachita Parish and make this the home of champions again.
One other question I had is, when you look at the final teams that were in the Dome, you played 3 of them. You played Gina.
Yeah.
You played Sterlington. You played Ruston, and you had to play Ruston again. But I'm like, my goodness, Coach. I mean, you talk about scheduling. You talk about preparing these guys for what's coming.
Sure.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need to see championship teams, but I think it's the right championship teams. When you see Sterlington, they're not just champions; they're a local rivalry. You know, and it's going to continue that way. So yeah, you look at those situations and you say, man, this is a great game, and we knew that week 3, both years that we played them, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a physical game. But like I told Coach Doty after we played them this year, you guys are in postseason form. I don't know if anybody beat y'all, and true to form, they didn't.
Yeah, right.
Are we recapping the game round 2? Or
You want to do it? You want to save it for the final segment?
We'll do the final segment.
Final segment. Let's do
There's
that.
a lot of
So,
people that want to talk.
I'm about to say, who'd you bring?
Well, there's
Everybody.
so many people here that who I say doesn't have to be who all it is. But I want to tell you from a coach's standpoint, I think the guy that means the most to me out of all my coaches is, and I learned this a long time ago. They asked Nick Saban one time, who's your most important coach out of everybody? And it's your strength coach. They're around your kid more than anybody else is. And just so happens our strength coach is our most tenured coach. Coach Alan Chance is here. And also alumni and offensive line coach, been here a long time. I just know he's not been as long as Coach Chance as Coach Brad Tynes. So those 2 guys will be the main coaches. I have Coach Samp here. I have Coach Caesar here. I have Waddell Clark here to talk to you guys, MJ Dade, Montrell Connor, and I think Dylan Berryman's supposed to be here somewhere, I'm sure. And once he stops signing autographs outside or something, he'll be in here. And plenty more. You know, we'll grab whoever. We're not just limited to time constraints tonight. We want to celebrate and we want to do this thing right. But those are the guys, and we'll bring up Coach Chance first, and since Waddell's right here, we'll bring him up as well.
All right. Well, we want to thank especially Nela Title with over 40 years of legal experience. Ethan Hunt and Rob Garner are the partners behind Nela Title. They are the ones that are sponsoring this tonight. In addition, there's David's Mobile Detail, JTL Construction, Paul Evans Bail Bonds, El Paso Mexican Grill. Want to say thank you guys for that. And we will be right back with more of the Benjy Lewis Championship Show on this broadcast powered by Creed and Creed.
David's Mobile Detail and Wash makes it so convenient. They come to you. Cars, RVs, boats, motorcycles, airplanes, homes, buildings, and more. For all your mobile detail and wash needs, call David's Mobile Detail and Wash 547-3233.
This is your station, Magic 106.1. From New Jack Swing to 2000s R&B. Every beat is a part of your story. Others imitate, but they can't duplicate. Magic 106.1.
I'm Christian Creed with Creed and Creed. We're proud to support Ouachita Parish High School because, like football, fighting for the win takes commitment, courage, and teamwork.
And that's what we build in our lines, both on the field and off. These young men work hard, they lead with heart, and they represent our community with pride.
At Creed and Creed, we fight for our clients the same way these athletes do every Friday night.
Thank you guys for supporting our Lions.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need. Go Lions!
Growing up in Northeast Louisiana, I was raised on neighbors helping neighbors, the spirit of entrepreneurship and good food, something we know a lot about at Coney Island Connection. We've turned those values into our mission. We believe giving back with a lot of food and lots of love has the power of bringing people together. We're more than a restaurant, we're family, and with your support, we're changing lives one meal at a time. Thank you for helping us to become known as a small business with a big heart.
As a graduate of Ouachita Parish High School, a former football player, and an attorney, Skip Benton gets it. He knows the hard work it takes to get things done on the gridiron and at the courthouse. That's why the law office of Skip Benton is here to help you understand your rights as an accident victim. They offer free consultation, and in most cases, there are no fees, costs, or expenses owed to them unless they recover money on your behalf. Skip Benton is the personal injury attorney to call if you need help. No shortcuts here. They handle every case like it's the most important case, because it is. It's your case. If you need a personal injury attorney, skip the rest and hire the best. Call the law office of Skip Benton at 225-773-8486. 5534 Galleria Drive, Suite B in Baton Rouge, serving all of Louisiana.
Hey there, this is Caleb Johnson, founder of Johnson & Associates Wealth Strategies. I grew my firm with one purpose, to support people who have spent their lives supporting everyone else. Those are doctors, dentists, and small business owners. You take care of patients and build communities. My role is to help you understand your financial needs and explore strategies to protect your income, prepare for retirement, and look at a future that you want to create. If you want clarity and a partner to help you out with that, please give me a call at 318-361-2446 or go to my website at johnsonandassociateswealth.com.
Welcome back to the Championship Show. We're broadcasting live from El Paso, Mexican restaurant on 165 North of Monroe. Mike Downhour, Des Lighton. And we've got a couple of guys over here. They're both state champions. Coach, the strength coach, Alan Chance. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
And number 4, even though he doesn't have his number 4 on there, Wydell Clark Jr. And you have some news for us today? Some big social media. Well, let's talk a little bit about that.
Are we brought to you by Nila Title, by the way?
Yes.
I got 2 scholarships earlier today.
Come on.
That's a big deal.
One from Grambling and one from Mississippi Valley.
Very, very good. It's about time.
I don't think they heard you, bro.
Yes,
I don't think they heard you. Wydell Clark said he got 2 offers today from Grambling and Mississippi Valley, y'all.
Now they're waking up down there.
There we go.
That's it.
I think more is to come.
Coach Chance, Benjy Lewis called you the most tenured coach out there. Is that a nice fancy way of saying you're old?
I guess so. I guess you're as old as you feel, though.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling it too, buddy. I'm feeling it too.
How young did you feel when that clock hit 0 the other day?
Man, I really don't feel old. I guess people think I'm old. I don't know.
You're tenured, Coach. You're tenured.
But no. This man is good. But how good did you feel? How young did you feel when
Man,
that clock hit 0?
It felt great. The validation of the years of sacrifice, knowing that you're at the pinnacle.
Yes.
And it felt awesome.
Coach, you came up to me after the Destrehan game, and you said, after the Parkway game, you said, I've been wanting to get back to a semifinal. Hadn't been to a semifinal since you got here. Did you know at that time, like that the state championship was a thing, or were you just grateful for where we were?
Well, when we beat Parkway to go to the semis, you just had a feeling that it was a little bit different.
I felt that after Destrehan.
After Destrehan also. And when we get down a little bit, there's never any panic, ever. And you always felt confident that we were going to make a run and win the game.
Well, and in typical Ouachita form, you guys waited in the championship game to the very last play of the game, and yet you come out victorious, and you guys get measured for rings tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
How's that feel, Wydell?
Feel amazing. Once in a lifetime opportunity, we made it happen.
Well, you know what? I know we always ask Chance, but how about you talk to us about Coach Chance and what he means to you guys and how y'all view him as a coach? I always saw him as Coach Chance House of Pain. Like he was my favorite coach, but also my most hated coach because he put you all in running and such.
Nah, I can't hate him because my freshman year, he was my receiver coach too. So that's why I love Coach Chance so much. I mean, every receiver, Coach Chance he just made you like a rock. You had to be hard. Just because he was the strength and conditioning coach, he made the receivers the rock of the team.
And it paid off.
Paid off a lot.
I always tell them I like tough people, and these guys, they're tough.
Coach, I got a memory of you making me carry Tron Ross up a stadium. He made us run stadiums with somebody on our back.
No, we never did that.
They haven't done it, but I remember y'all did, and it's just the thing of you had to trust the guy.
Yeah.
That was carrying. You were carrying, and you had to trust him, and plus it was grueling too. So
I just remember being so tired that you're right. I trusted that I ain't going nowhere. Tron got me, so I was resting. Now, the only time you rest was on your teammates' back. So yeah, I guess that they made that illegal. We can't.
Yeah, I don't think that would go over very well.
Made it illegal.
You know what? We got a three-way athlete here. Talk to us about some of the things that maybe you guys had to do to. You never came off the field, man. You think Chance had a part of that?
Yes. Weight room
all day.
Room. I'm in the top 5 rack, so I gotta stay. I had to stay up there all 4 years. Well, not all 4 years. I
He
made,
moved
I
his
made
way
my
up.
way
Yeah,
up
okay,
there.
okay.
So
Made
people
my
don't know
way-
what that means. Tell them what that means. Top
Really?
5 racks.
Top 5 racks. That's so the first 2 is gonna be the big boys. Maybe AJ Black. Them they gonna be at the top 2.
Yeah.
And then it start to get to the skill once you get to 3, 4, and 5. So up there, it should be the stronger people, the people that's ready to locked in, always ready to work out, not skipping reps, just there to work. So it means a lot to be at the top 5 racks.
Yeah. Coach.
No. I'm going back to the play, the big catch that you had, and when Connor's about to go out of bounds and just slings that ball, but y'all had already keyed into each other. You knew what was coming. Man, how did it feel to pull that ball down like that?
Man, I didn't even know I scored that play. I just caught the ball. I was wondering why wasn't nobody trying to tackle me, but once I looked down, I seen the paint. I was in the touchdown, so I just had to do a little celebration.
So you didn't know you was in the paint. You thought you just.
Nah, I thought I was like at the 5. I had to run, but I threw the dude off and I looked down at the paint, so I'm in the touchdown. We got to go celebrate.
Yes, you do.
You had a couple opportunities where you was whooping the guy off the ball, and one of them was just a little off your fingertips. And Seneca Battle made the first deep ball of the game, and you was right there to celebrate. How did that affect us as a team? And you
Bro,
as a
they
player?
lit the sideline up. They lit the field up, sideline. Man, that was just turned, especially the way that he caught it.
Yeah.
He just turned everybody up.
House called it. So after that, after your big time catch in the end zone to make it, that made it 21 2020, right? What was the message to the team? What was the energy like?
Man, we gotta go get another stop. Well, I ain't going to sideline talk 'cause I was tired. I gotta get back. I gotta rest real quick so I can get back on defense. So I don't know what the message was, but I know they know we had to go get another stop.
Now, so let's talk about that stop. You were tasked kind of like, what was our plan for covering Ahmad Hudson?
Well, I ain't covering this game. I was over I stopped the other receiver.
Number 1.
Josiah.
Yeah, so we double teamed Ahmad and we had to stop the other receiver. So I don't know, double teaming Ahmad with the right people. We ain't double teaming with the right people, but we got the job done, so we were good.
All right, let's talk about the plan to cover Josiah, because he's also a weapon. A lot of people don't realize, but one had some plays as well.
Just like every game, put me on the best receiver, try to take him out the game. We gotta stop the other person. We gotta make the other person beat us.
And how's it feel to know you're going to be playing on Saturdays? You're going to whatever school you pick. How's that feel to know that they respect you and know you enough that they're going to give you a full ride to school and you will be playing on Saturdays?
I feel great.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Now we gotta ask, Mike.
Go ahead.
The play that I made that post championship strip. We've been struggling tackling them all day. We missed the tackle, several missed tackles. And he's running up the sideline to put them in scoring position to win the state championship. Take us through that play. On what was your plan? What were you thinking?
So they called a timeout. We knew it was a trick play. His wrist is gonna be a reverse.
Yep.
They ain't got no other trick plays but a reverse. So we get to the line. I line up in front of number 1. He leaning like he finna go do the reverse. So we point him out. I chase the reverse down. Next thing you know, he cocked his hand up. We looking like, oh my God, 6'7", wide open. We turn around, he wide open. I ran out him. My teammate made me fall. Then I just got to thinking, we finna lose. So I got up. My teammate still trying to tackle him. He wouldn't go down, so I knew I could catch him. I had to go catch him. He running with the ball. He swinging his arm, and I seen the ball, so I had to go script it.
And you did, and that was the game changer.
Effort play.
Yes.
All the way.
The thing that gets me is he knew he could run him down. I mean, that's strength. That's conditioning.
There's a lot of people. It was a lot of people in his way that helped me. So if he didn't make them miss, them tackles, it could have been a different thing.
The entire game is different without that play.
Yes, sir.
And you got to believe that the college coaches are watching that type of
absolutely.
play. And big offers coming. Coach
I like it.
Coach Chance, what do you think a win like this does for the program moving forward?
For the program, hopefully it has carryover. It's just got to. Everybody loves a winner. Just seeing the support throughout the playoffs, and it grew every week. and hopefully it keeps growing or keeps up. Sure, and we just got to have some carryover with this and keep the momentum going.
Well, the thing I like is the younger kids, those 6th, 7th, 8th graders. We don't need them going to other schools when they graduate East Ouachita or Ouachita Junior High. We need them to be a Lion. We need them to come to the state champion Lions and continue that tradition of all these kids staying together and winning championships.
That's what these guys did.
They did.
And we started with them in the 8th grade, and it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, Coach. When did you start working with 8th graders, and when you were they stick out as different when you went to go work with them?
We started Todd Garvin's first year. When Todd was the head coach, we started doing that then, and we've kept doing it, and it's a good thing. And half the staff or half the guys or coaches that are available in the off season that aren't in other sports go to one school, and half the staff goes to the other school, and then we switch the next week. And man, it's paid off. You get to see the kids; they get to know you. You get to know them. And you get to put them through workouts similar to our workouts, not as advanced, but they learn what we're trying to do at the high school.
Did this group stick out as something different when you first went over there?
Oh, most definitely. You could see the skill. You could see you had guys at every level. You had some linemen. You had some good skill guys, good linebacker. There was people at every level that these guys and. In their class, and so that you knew that they were going to be a pretty good team.
How about that ride home when you finally got on that bus? What was it like riding home for both of y'all?
My ride home, I went home after the game that night on the bus. We had about 25 kids, and we stopped and ate at Chick-fil-A, and I said, well, this is the best meal I've ever had.
That's a championship meal.
It was the best I've ever had, so, yeah, it was good.
Jacobs asked for Chick-fil-a.
He did.
We
ended up at Popeyes,
We ended up championship Popeyes.
Took 45 minutes, but that's another story. Whitey, what about you? When did you finally make it home?
Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I had to go. Man, I couldn't even get my keys because I ain't go home with Coach Chance.
Okay.
I got home. I went to the hospital for my toe. It was a good ride though. I was asleep.
When did you hurt your toe?
About third quarter, end of third quarter.
So you scored with an injury.
Yeah.
He knocked the fumble out with an injury.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that, coaches?
That's a good guy. Offer him a scholarship. That's right.
So from here on out through all time, you guys will be known as state champions.
This is things that you do 10-year reunions for.
Right.
It's awesome.
Can't wait to see it. Any final thoughts from either one of you guys before we move on to the next guests?
Feels good to be a champ.
Good. No doubt. All right, we want to say thank you to Nela Title. They've got over 40 years of legal experience. Nela Title's at 3200 Forsyth Avenue. That's what I tried to say. And 388-4304 for any questions. Ethan at NelaTitle.com. Thank you, David's Mobile Detail, JTL Construction, Paul Evans Bail Bonds, Lou St. Amant, El Paso Mexican Grill. We'll be back right after this. You're tuning in to the Ouachita Lions Sports Network, powered by Creed & Creed.
Hi, I'm Melanie, class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Matthew, class of 2020. And our dad owns Mel's Towing.
We don't want your arm and leg, we just want your toe.
343-9998.
Go Lions!
Hey, tell them turn me up. We got something to say. What we doing? Same day loans up to 7K. What we doing? Affiliated. They know we don't play. Ain't nobody better. We gon' make them feel some type of way. Let's go. Hey, 1006 Winsboro Road. Checks cashed on the spot. Come get our bankroll. Over 30 years of experience. You know we cold. Coming up the net worth. Put your money in the right hands. Trust the experts. Affiliated. You get maximum refund for the minimum price. Can't beat that with a stick. It's not a deal. It's a lick. A lot of options, but it's up to you to pick. Let me talk to them. Look, over 15K in cash prizes, the smart and the wisest. 17 years in the same location. You know that mean dependable, Jack. You trying to get your money took or your money back? Come on, man, talk to me. Bring the music back. Hey, tell them turn me up. We got something to say. What we doing? Same day loans up to 7K. What we doing? Affiliated. They know we don't play. Ain't nobody better. We gon' make them feel some type of way. Let's go. Hey, tell them turn me up. We got something to say. What we doing? Same day loans up to 7K. What we doing? Affiliated. They know we don't play. Ain't nobody better. We gon' make them feel some type of way. Let's go. 1006 Winsboro Road. I see you there.
From the fun times with family and friends
through the long nights of studying or purchasing your dream home. The new year ushers in new opportunities for you and your family. Thank you for allowing CenturyNext Bank to be a part of the events in your life. We wish you a safe and joyful holiday season.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
A proud graduate of Ouachita High School's class of 1990, Paul Evans has been helping families in the toughest times for years. You find yourself stuck behind those cinder block walls? Call Paul. Paul Evans Bail Bonds, 267-7740.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see him in person, 1828 Tower Drive.
And we are back to the championship show, broadcasting live from El Paso Mexican Grill right here on 165 North. Mike and Des, and one of the things I want to give a round of applause to everybody to. How about that T-Lay Productions that did all the video for this year? How about this guy and what he did sitting right over there? Appreciate what y'all did. And we've got Montrell Connor Jr. and the other most tenured coach that's in here, Coach Brad Tynes. Man, welcome to both of y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome, champions.
Champions.
Sounds good.
How does it feel, champs?
Feel good.
Yeah.
Montrell, you and Coach got the same ring size?
No, I don't think so. Probably not.
No, I didn't think so. He's a big ugly at heart. So, Montrell, talk about it, man. Talk about that game. Talk about what it feels like to be a champ.
Well, it feels good because, like I was talking with MJ, like nobody expected us to, even though we made it to the nobody even expected us to beat Ruston. So it feels good to, have that underdog story and, come out and play like we know we could and win the game.
I think every team treated you that way.
Right.
I think every team thought you don't have the right to win, you don't have the right to be here, and we're gonna spank you.
Right.
And every team y'all beat.
Yes, sir.
Coach, how do you keep their? Did you have to focus hard to keep their heads on straight, or were they laser focused?
Oh, they were absolutely laser focused. Going through the rough patch through district,
October.
we would come in on Sundays, and you're always concerned with, where their heads at, how are they feeling, and nobody's heads were hanging, and you'd ask them, well, how are we? How are we feeling? And they would just look you in the eyes with focus and say, Coach, we're good. They're going to have to see us again, and they don't want to do it.
And they didn't want to.
And to be able to do that against, two really, really top-notch teams and Neville and Ruston and come away with it is just a testament to these guys and the intensity and focus that they played with. Really, really proud of them.
I know you guys aren't defensive coaches necessarily, but how about keeping Neville Tigers to just 7 points? To me, that was the strongest defensive statement of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Big. Yeah, we needed that.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead,
Coach Tynes. We talk about you being tenured. What was the team like when you were playing at Ouachita? What was our biggest accomplishment back then?
Well, you went to the Dome, didn't you?
We won it my sophomore year in '89, but at the time, your sophomores were a separate team. So you had your freshman team, your sophomores were your JV, and then you had your juniors and seniors were mostly varsity. But being around those guys and seeing, how they worked and it's awesome. We won it in '89, but in '88, we had the same guys, but we lost 3 first-team All-State defensive guys off that team, and they didn't even make the playoffs. because there was
That was the old rule, wasn't it?
It was. We went 8-2.
Third place team couldn't go to the
we missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lost to,
Third place team couldn't make the playoffs, but yet here this fifth place team won state.
That's right.
What's that say?
That's right.
Because that rule sucks.
I'm saying
That's cool.
It did.
That's right.
It did.
That's right. And again, all you want is an opportunity. And, we had one, and we seized it and took it 5 times and made the most of it.
And that's why I brought that up to say, like, you had a high standard for Ouachita could be.
Right.
So what's it been like this entire time of knowing where we were and where we were kind of not being able to get to?
Well, you see it, and I told them, just being there as a sophomore, you think, hey, man, this is how it's going to be from now on. Like, this is where we're going to be every year. And you don't realize, man, it's really, really hard to get down there, much less to pull it off. So, again, is a testament to these guys because we've had other teams with the ability to do it. And just for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Des, you played on some really great teams.
Yeah. But he didn't quite make the dome, and that's what I was going to ask Montrell about. Him and his dad are both incredible athletes, but his dad didn't quite make it.
Yeah, we got to the semis.
But he did.
That's right.
I mean, how's that feel at home?
I mean, to him, it's still like
it's like he's junior.
Okay.
So I want to rewind this, Montrell. I want to take us back to last year, Captain Shreve. We lose a tough one. We're in the locker room, and Waddell is balling. He played his heart out. We just kind of fell short. And I remember coming over to you and telling you, you're going to have to keep them together.
Right.
How does the team go from losing to Captain Shreve to a year later where we are right now?
Work. This summer we knew we just had to come together and put it all together to be where we at now. So I knew that if we didn't want that same feeling we had last year, losing to Captain Street the first week, then we had to put all the work in the summer and just come back and stay focused. Even like y'all said, losing the all those games in district play, like we just couldn't let that mess with us. We had to stay focused and keep going.
And so so you guys got together because what did we do to Captain Shreve this year? It was a completely different start to the season. At what point as a group did you guys know like this year is going to be different than all the other years?
It wasn't the first game. We knew from the summer that this is gonna be the season. Like we all bought into it, and like this gonna be our year. We won't let anybody stop us, no matter what happened, no matter what adversity we go through. This gonna be our year.
And Coach, what about from your standpoint? You're watching them. You've watched every year before them not make it to the big game. These guys say they're going to make it. What made you believe? What was the turning point that you knew?
The biggest thing was, Coach Lewis has preached to them, all season long that they write their own story. Like nobody's writing this story but you. And I think our story would probably make a pretty good movie.
Yes, it would.
You video guys, go like hashtag 275 or something for a title.
Oh, I like that.
Cool.
I like that.
You got plugged in creative, working on a little
just
something.
From following this group, from freshman to winning the thing would be good. And another big thing, Coach Caesar brought in and he talked about playing with PADS, PADS. Passion, aggression, discipline, and selflessness. And the hardest part of that, especially when you have as talented a group of skill guys as we do, is the selflessness part because everybody wants the ball. But when you see guys that could take over games individually, celebrating teammates' success, that's when you know that you got the makings of a special group.
So let's talk about that special group. And in being inside of the lights, we beat Parkway, we beat Nelville, and you're in the dome. As a QB, you step onto the field and you find yourself down 17-7 at half. Mm-hmm. What's the message to the team? And what clicked on that drive when we was able to finally punch it in when MJ scored?
We just knew we had to come out and execute because, I'm going to be honest, nobody was playing good. The offense or defense.
First half, right?
Yeah, we was all in the slump. So, in halftime, Coach Lewis and Coach Caesar came in there and said some words to us. And after that, we knew we just had to turn it on. And if we wanted to win, we knew we had to, play because we didn't want we didn't want something that we worked so hard for to slip away just like that. So in my mind as a quarterback, I had to get everybody on the same page. Like, if y'all want to win, come on, let's do it now. This is now or never. So as a quarterback, I just had to lead. So, and they going to react off me. So if my mood up, they mood going to be up. So I knew I had to make a play for them. So, and I made that play, and from there it just went.
So what play was that?
The Seneca.
To Seneca, right?
Yes,
That
it was.
the mood lifting play.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard you pick up a blitz. You sat there and you said, you told MJ, hey, one finna blitz.
Mm-hmm.
And then you catch it, he blitzed and you threw a hot route. Talk about that and how often that happens.
So actually it happens almost every game because, we're a run-first team. So we give the ball to MJ probably a lot of time, most of the time in the game. So once we constantly handing him the ball up, constantly handing it to him, and then the edge guy, he just starts blitzing. So I can read that. So once I start missing it and I see him coming down, I can pass that out there. So I just tell him, hey, he from the blitz, just step up. I can just throw it out there to him, and then it saves him some trouble, so he ain't got to take the lead. So,
wow. I want to talk about that play, Mike, you asked. We asked Wydell about it. Wydell said he didn't even know he scored. When you scramble drill, you roll out. I'm on the broadcast yelling, hey, just take off. And were you always looking to pass that entire time?
Man, I'm going to be honest. I rolled out. I didn't see nothing downfield. I rolled out. And at first, the first thing that was in my head was, oh, nothing open, run. But I seen Waddell doing this. I said, yeah, I'm throwing it up. He going to make a play.
And he
made
did.
a play for me.
And he did.
So you trusted him in that moment
definitely.
to throw a back shoulder, and it was a beautiful ball.
Definitely.
When he caught it, what'd you think?
I said, let me go celebrate with him.
Coach Tynes.
Yes, sir.
On the sideline, from a coaching perspective, we go in, same question I asked Montrell. We down 17-7. As a group, we know what was said to the players. What are you guys saying to each other?
We felt like that they weren't doing anything really to stop us. We were just not playing as clean as we should. Coach Lewis had told our guys if they play their best game and we play our best game, there's not really anything that they can do to affect the game. As good a football team as they are, we felt like it was all about us. So we had to clean things up.
And you spotted them 10 points, too.
Right. And we told our guys and we told each other, hey, they're not going to score in the second half. The defense is going to shut them out. Ended up giving up a field goal. I would have lost money on that. But it was going to be up to us to put points on the board and go get it. And nobody's heads were hanging. We would go to the video, and I'm telling the guys, hey, we're real close. Just keep plugging and clean some things up, and we're gonna be fine. And we did that. We had some guys that really played well. Shout out like Julian Treadway at right tackle. Played his best game of his career. By far. Wow. In the big lights.
Hell of a time for it.
Which was good to see.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do want to.
And that group, as a unit, they play really well together and keep each other up. They don't get too high. They don't get too low. And that's good. I've told them, that we want to kind of be the heartbeat of the team. And, I think seeing them, stay calm may have a calming effect on everybody else. And this guy, has grown so much as a leader, as far as not getting too high and too low with his emotions. And, man, when your leader is staying even keeled and staying positive, everybody kind of rises their level of play up to that. And, man, that's what it's all about. That's why, that position is so much more than what you do with the ball in your hands.
How about that O-line there, Montrell?
What were you about to say?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, man. They done been battle tested all year. It's been times where it hasn't been so good, but Saturday, I can say they played their best game.
Clean pockets all night,
the
baby.
whole game. So I want to thank them for that. Because without them, all the passes that I was able to make, it wouldn't have been able to happen. So I want to give thanks to them and for everything that they made happen.
Teamwork.
Without them, it wouldn't have happened. That's where it started at.
Shout out to the big uglies. Overworked
Absolutely.
and underappreciated.
Mhm.
Coach, was there some specific adjustments you had to make as an offensive line? Because the running game really kicked in, it seems like, in the second half.
Well, we knew they were really struggling to stop outside zone.
Yeah.
And we were trying to think of what adjustments that they would make for the outside zone with MJ and with Montrell running the zone. And, they started bringing safeties down, and that's when we got behind them, some. So it's kind of a catch-22 for them. Do you want to stay light in the box and let us run, or do you want to bring that extra safety down
and risk the big one?
And we get behind you. And, man, we did a good job of, Coach Caesar called a great game of always staying a step ahead of those guys. And then we just had to go out and execute it.
Oh, you mentioned outside zone. I guess I'll say that for Caesar.
Okay.
That's what we ran to try to ice the game, right?
Right.
And our outside, from an offensive line perspective, MJ almost scored that thing, it looked like.
Exactly. That's, he was saying he had 150 and 2 touchdowns, and I said, man, I would have been happier if you had 149 and stayed in bounds. But he said it. He said, Coach, I was fixing to score it.
Yeah.
And he was really, really close to scoring it. So, I can see it from his perspective too.
But I think it was fate, because that allowed my little brother Trey to come in and kick a 60-yarder.
Man, that was something. That was something.
Yes, indeed.
Well, champions, congratulations. I know this will be something we all remember for our lifetime.
Any final thoughts, man? Your final celebration show to both of you?
Just happy to be a champion.
Absolutely. All right.
Me too. We
Mike,
appreciate you guys gifting that to us.
So, Mike, 89 was your first year on the broadcast?
90 technically was. Okay. It was, they called us in, and so 90, yeah.
Okay. I was thinking if 89 was your first
and
one,
I started and finished.
This was your last one, we should have gotten rid of you a long time.
And I heard you say that on the radio today. I'm like, man, dump me 20 years ago, and y'all have won another championship.
No, but we appreciate you guys, all you guys, for the great job that you've done covering these guys. They're worth it, and you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Bringing that to light. We appreciate it.
Well, it's fun. It's cool with working with these guys, but watching them start young. I remember Trey. Man, used to eat all our food up in the press box when he was 7th and 8th grade. I mean, you couldn't feed that kid enough, and then look at him as a senior out on the field doing. I mean, it's all the same. It's fun watching you guys grow up and being a part of your life for that part of it.
I mean, I got to win a championship with Montrell and Trey and Pee Wee, and now we got to finish together, bringing the championship with you two back to Ouachita.
Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you, champions.
Thank you all.
All right, you're tuned in to the celebration show brought to you by Nila Title, and we'll be right back. This broadcast is powered by Creed and Creed.
David's Mobile Detail and Wash makes it so convenient they come to you. Cars, RVs, boats, motorcycles, airplanes, homes, buildings, and more. For all your mobile detail and wash needs, call David's Mobile Detail and Wash 547-3233.
Hey folks, Frank Nettles here. Just want to let everybody know we're heading down to this championship game. We got those Ouachita Lions going down there to play those Ruston Bearcats, and we're hoping those Ouachita Lions come back with a big championship win right here in LA25A District. And if you need anything for your vehicles, be sure and give us a call at Frank Nettles Automotive, 323-7540. That's 2009 Roselawn Avenue here in Monroe, Louisiana.
Diamond Gun and Outdoor in Lakeshore. Clearly a cut above the others. Get ready for hunting season at your one-stop shop, Diamond Gun and Outdoors. Ammo, and check out the latest new and used rifles. Why hunt all over town when Diamond Gun and Outdoor in Lakeshore has everything you need, family owned and operated. Diamond Gun and Outdoor, 8203 Desert in Lakeshore, just down from Ray's PG. Diamond Gun and Outdoor, 8203 Desert, Lakeshore.
Built to last and backed by integrity, Allied Roofing is your trusted veteran-owned roofing company in Monroe. Quality service and professional installation make them your best choice for roofing solutions. Allied Roofing is ready to provide you with dependable, quick, and customized roofing services that suit your needs 24/7. Visit them online at alliedroofingco.com or call 257-6107. Allied Roofing, proud supporters of Ouachita football.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
For all your favorite Mexican dishes, stop by Monroe's newest restaurant, El Tío Jose. The Garcia family welcomes you and yours 7 days a week at 5120 Desert Street. El Tío Jose. You're going to love it. David's Mobile Detail and Wash makes it so convenient they come to you. Cars, RVs, boats, motorcycles, airplanes, homes, buildings, and more. For all your mobile detail and wash needs, call David's Mobile Detail and Wash 547-3233.
This is your station, Magic 106.1. From New Jack Swing to 2000s R&B. Every beat is a part of your story. Others imitate, but they can't duplicate. Magic 106.1.
Hi, I'm Melanie, class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Matthew, class of 2020. And our dad owns Mel's Towing.
We don't want your arm and leg, we just want your toe.
343-9998.
Go on!
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcome Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and spark aligners that are customized to fit you.
So cool,
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcome Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples & Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
Welcome back to the Championship Show. We're broadcasting live from El Paso Mexican Grill, 165 North in Monroe. We do want to say thank you to Ethan Hunt and Rob Garner. They're the partners behind Nila Title. They've got over 40 years legal experience. They specialize in residential and commercial real estate transactions. Nila Title, 3200 Forsyth Avenue, 388-4304, and they are sponsoring this broadcast tonight. Des, we get the privilege of having not one, but two champion coordinators here. Coach Samp and Coach Caesar, man, welcome to the show, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you, man. It's a blessing. It is a blessing to be sitting by y'all.
Yep.
Because that means we finished the season.
That's right. That's right.
And it's a blessing to be sitting by this man right here.
How about this teamwork right here? You know, you two.
It's been a long time coming for me and Coach Caesar. I actually wanted him to work with us at Caldwell many years ago, but I think God worked it out on time.
I believe he did. Coach Samp, start with you first. We were talking about you had a good team this season. I mean, you went 5-0, had a rough patch in October. But how about that defense turning it up those last 6 games? Shut out Pineville. You kept Neville to 7. I mean, it was just lights out defense.
It was. You know, the last play of the Dome game when the ball took off and I saw it fall, I did not see the ball hit the ground because I fell on my knees in tears and I was just saying that they never gave up.
Right.
Never gave up.
You're right.
And I was so proud of that. all season. They never gave up, and that was something we talked about from 3 years ago. From 3 years ago, that's what we wanted to do. Coach Lewis put the vision out there, 275. You know, didn't even know that was the distance from the school down there, and the defense was able to play well and play complementary football, and it wasn't all on them. We saw at halftime, we talked about that our offense is moving the ball, and they're going to get the ball in the end zone. We just needed 3 stops is what we talked about. We get 3 stops, we felt like we'll be in a good position, and they went out there and did it.
Now, see, Des, you see that? He had faith in him on that offense. This offense had faith in that defense.
Yep.
That's a good team.
And I want to talk about that. You say everybody say complimentary football. What they're really saying is trusting the other side of the ball
to do their job.
Yeah, and so talk about this guy, Coach. That was the one really big coaching addition that was made to the team.
Man.
A lot of the team was the same from last year.
Well, you know, can I say this? I can't say this.
You say what you want, man. You're a
All
champion.
right, so I'll talk about it. So before he came, you know, it was hard to leave from where he was, and I understood why. Coach Caesar was a good player at Neville and also a good coach at Neville. So I understand. I have a son that's at Neville right now and some smaller cousins. So I understand the power that go in when they get over there.
Yeah.
And it was tough for him to leave. And when he told me, I'll come because you're there, I wanted to make sure that his first year and every year is a good year while he's here.
Well, you did. And, you held up your end.
Yes, he did. And, regardless of how many points we scored, I just wanted Coach Caesar to be as successful as possible, and I knew with us having a good defense, if I had to get there early and stay there late, he was extra motivation for our offense to be good and for the defense to be better.
Wow. Coach Caesar, man.
Yeah.
That's good insight. You had to share that, my brother.
Yeah, for
my
sure.
brother, I know this is emotional year. You made the decision to leave your alma mater. First offensive coordinator job, but the title anyway.
Right.
And and for you guys to finish as champions.
Mm-hmm. You already know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Just say it anyway.
To God be the glory.
There you go. I like it.
And for one of the people that to get to that champion you had to beat was your alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that.
Yeah, man. So the crazy thing about that night before the game, no lie, I would close my eyes and I would see the scoreboard blank.
He said that.
And usually, if you at home and your scoreboard is blank, it's because you lost.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was just nothing on the scoreboard.
It was nothing on the scoreboard. Usually, if you win the playoff game, that score gonna be up there.
Yeah.
For a long time.
And they turned that thing off immediately.
The funny thing about it is they didn't, because I looked up there and I'm like, they keeping the score up there. They kept it up there for
Neville. Oh, gotcha.
They kept it up there for a little while, but I kept looking at it too. I'm like, man, we did it. But the day of the game, when we got there on that campus, it was instant peace.
Well, that's good.
And usually I'm a little anxious before a game. I was at peace. And, you know, a lot of people want to talk about what we didn't do offensively when it comes to scoring the ball. But we had a game plan going into the playoffs. We had a playoff plan, all right, because we knew how special our defense was. And you got to understand, man, like Coach Sam, Coach Van Hoos, you got Coach Will Height, you got Coach Foote. These dudes are brilliant defensive minds, and they have a brotherhood on the defensive staff, all right? And we just added to it, but we like, okay, this is a good defense. The only thing we can't do on offense is give them, like,
extra possessions.
Extra possessions or have a big swing and momentum because we turning the ball over or we going 3 and out all the time. So the mindset of the offense was we got to keep the games low. Like, if we score, that's fine. But I never envisioned in my mind that it was going to be playoff games where we putting up 50, 40 points. We want to establish the run and be opportunistic when we take our shots down the field. Because we knew we had receivers, but we also knew we had a big O-line, and we got one of the best running backs in the state who need offers. I'm just going to say it like that. You know, I'm going to promote my boys. MJ Dade is one of the best running backs in the state.
Yes, he is.
All right?
Scary.
He's scary. And the fact that we're talking about size when it comes to a running back is pointless, right? And he's short
and strong.
Well, one of the
But
things
he's not
that
skinny.
the thing that blew me away is watching. I forget what game it started shifting, but instead of following Big Berryman or one of your big guys in there, Montreal would keep it, Dade would lead block for him, and Montrell's got. I'm like, you got the 5'5" guy, lead blocking, and he's doing it.
Okay, so the reason why we did that is to break tendencies. All right. Usually, if the running back is on one side, he's getting the ball and crossing face. All right. But if we keep him on that side and we lead with him, the defense thinking that, I'm going to slant to the field or I'm going to slant away from the running back.
I'm going up and under, back away.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah. So look, sometimes I'm overthinking, but I'm going to think, I'm going to play this game with this brain that God gave me, and it was, all of it was, it was logical thinking. It wasn't just, let's throw it out there and see if it's going to stick.
Right.
Right. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But you have guys who, when we weren't scoring points, we leave in the field with no points. He's never looking at me like, bruh, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
which happens at times.
it happens at times. I think sometimes I was talking to him more. Like,
hey, I ain't gonna name no names, but I know a team that told their coach, if you can't do better than that, then don't come out after halftime.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, Coach, speak about using your brain. Coach Lewis said that, all the responsibilities of state championship, that after getting off of the Zoom call, he told y'all he was going to have to be a travel agent. And it was, y'all show, put y'all going to have to, get the plan together. What was that like? What was the plan and with you guys getting it together so when y'all met Monday, you guys had strategy?
Well, I'm going to be honest, man. I knew they weren't going to score a lot of points. Look, what I told you, I was 14 and I'm being genuine. I'm being generous. I'm going to give them 14, I'm being generous. So with that mindset, it was like we have to establish the run. So that's what that first drive was about, and it didn't pan out the way that we wanted to. But if you look at the games during the playoffs, that's what it was about. Establish the run, have long drives. If we have to punt, then we flip in the field.
Right.
Because in my mind, in the offensive staff mind, our defense is going to make a stop. And it was funny because Jimmy getting mad that they settling for 3. I'm like, bro,
this is great.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. So go ahead. What was your plan?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna talk about a moment that I hadn't said anything about, but I remember Coach Lewis, and part of the reason why I came here was Coach Lewis has been a very successful defensive coordinator, and that's why I decided to move from Caldwell here at Ouachita. And in the spring game, it's my first time coaching from the box. And we had a pretty good game against a very talented Evangel team and a great quarterback and Pop. And Coach Lewis come in the office and he said, I'm letting it go. And I said, what? He said, I'm bending your way. And when he said that, it put a certain level of confidence, but I also didn't want to let him down because I've been in that position before as a head coach and a defensive head coach, and I have a coordinator. And for him to say that, it just put a level of confidence in me. And
early on.
And seeing our staff, our defensive staff out there work with our guys, it was a certain level of calmness that came over me. Just seeing them, seeing Coach Van Hoos work with the safeties, Coach Wilhite was getting the corners right. I was able to relay messages to the linebackers, and Coach Foote was handling the line. And I was like, we're going to be all right. And I don't have to do anything but do my part. I'm literally the calmest in the box on Friday. And of course,
your generals are out there.
They out there
your
working.
lieutenants, you the general. Your lieutenants out there handling business.
This what I was told as my first year of coaching as a student assistant. You are the head coach of your position.
Right.
You handle them. I'm going to set the plan, but you're going to coach your guys. And I live by that. My coach in college taught me that, my first year as a coach. And I was able to remember that, and I just went with it with this year. So every time we collaborate, I'm not the person this year. I trust my guys. I trust my coaches.
No micromanaging.
Not at all. I don't have to.
Yeah.
When you have great coaches, let them coach. Get out the way and let them coach.
Right.
The same thing Coach Lewis did for me, I was able to do for our staff. And then, the defense was well. And like I said, I already had extra motivation because Coach Caesar was here. I always wanted him to be here. I always wanted him to be successful, regardless who well, whoever said what, it didn't matter. He was going to be successful, and if I had anything to do with it, I want him to be the best. And that's how it worked.
What is the most special call or text you got after you guys won that championship? If you care to elaborate.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. It was no call or text that could be bigger than my family being there.
Yeah, there you go.
My mom was there. My dad was there.
And your dad was excited
Yes,
now.
And he still is. I mean, he has freshly stitched CHAMPS 2025 on the hats that they wearing tonight. You know?
Wow.
My wife was there. My kids my son is on the sideline with me. I'm doing it with somebody that we manifested this. My brother's on the staff. So, look, man, those texts and calls can wait.
Yeah.
All right? Because most of those texts and calls are people you haven't heard from in 15 years.
Right. Didn't believe you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I appreciate it, but the people that ride with me are the people that I work with, because we've been grinding all year for it, and my family members who I could be mopping floors for a living, they still gonna love me.
Right.
You know, so I'm sorry not to answer your question.
No, you did. You answered it. Coach?
It's kind of pretty much the same. My immediate family was there. The people that I live with, my wife and my son, and also my nephew, who's a junior high football player. He was able to come see that and experience. I was happy about that. My mom and dad and a couple aunts and cousins who are also alumni here.
That's
Very
good.
proud, who has followed me all over the United States, actually, coming to my games to play in as a coach. And then also I had some teammates from college who came over. I was just it was just a family event. And I think the best text I received, it was my mom. Afterwards, she texted me and said, son, you don't owe us anything for Christmas this year.
That's awesome.
You already gave the gift.
This was a great gift. So it was a family affair, and I really enjoyed it. Like Coach Caesar said, I love doing it with him. You know, I guess it wasn't time for us to work with each other when I thought we should have.
Right.
But this was it, and the coaches in that room with us every day, working those long hours. The kids, and I'm not easy on our kids at all. He done
been to some practices. We
I think the easiest I am on them is actually in the game.
But the more you love on them,
oh
the
my
harder you
goodness.
can be on them.
Oh,
And
I agree.
that's felt.
Yep. I agree.
And Mike, do you see this? You see this?
No, no,
here?
this
I've
is-
been trying
that's a
to tell you
brotherhood.
about it. I've been trying to tell Mike, and it's not surprising that you guys are champions, man. Just seeing how you giving us the background. Coach Lewis empowered you. You empowered your guys. That's like high level leadership type stuff.
Yep, and so I'm gonna piggyback off that. Not one time did Coach Lewis say, "Hey, I want you to be running this."
He let you coach.
What are you doing, Caesar? No, seriously. Like, he was like, "Man, you want to go for it?" Like, it was always a question and not a command.
Collaboration.
It was collaboration. And with me being a first-year coordinator, he could have easily put down his head coach foot and say, "You running power, you running gap," you know, and he didn't. So, man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And, man, he mentioned something on the last show or the show before that he considered me and Jimmy brothers, you know, and that hit me because I don't know if, you know, before this year he would have said that.
Right.
You know, but I believe that, man, it's never too late until it's too late to build a bond with somebody. And you know, we never had beef with each other. It's just that, you know, he was an old coach, and I was a fresh coach. Speaking my mind.
Yeah.
And he was like, who is
He
this
said
young,
fresh.
Yeah. Who is this young dude thinking he can come in here and just speak whatever's on his mind?
Yeah.
So I think I rubbed him the wrong way the first time we were working together.
But obviously you done something that the respect level rose up along the way, and the bond, and when you guys been in the trenches together.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Brotherhoods are built.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
you have your brothers. I have my brothers. They gonna be with me no matter what. But when you're talking about a brotherhood, you have to build it off trust, loyalty, tough times, adversity. You know, a lot of people want to be buddy-buddy when everything going good.
Right.
And as soon as stuff start going bad, you want to start pointing fingers. We don't have time for that.
Well, let's talk about that. So we knew get a stop coming out. We down 17-7. You got to get a stop, right? And then we need to score.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we had the opportunity to get a score, it didn't happen, right? We in the second half, we had a fourth down and it didn't work out.
Right.
What was that? What was the plan, and what happened on the sideline in that moment when we didn't get that score and we failed to score in the goal line?
Well, I was so mad because the play was there. We had a bad snap.
Yeah. Speed option. Right?
It's a speed option, but we had a tunnel screen, a shuttle screen coming underneath. And the option was actually there. So if we get a good snap, MJ probably walk in.
Yep.
But it wasn't any panic because at that time, again, okay, we're deep in their territory. I don't see them driving the ball down 90 yards to score a touchdown. You know, so the best thing you're going to do is settle for another field goal, which I mean,
is what happened.
Yeah. And so, I mean, it wasn't any panic for me.
And so, all right, let's go to the big play. I asked Montreal, I asked Waddell, what was your mind when you see Montreal roll out? It looked like he's going to take off.
What was your mind?
Hey, what I say, Jimmy? Run it. Run it.
That's what he said.
So it wasn't just me.
No,
I'm on the broadcast saying, take off.
No, but it's the funny thing about, and man, I'm telling you, God is good. We talked about him just putting air on it.
Yep.
Let your playmakers make plays.
Yeah.
Because I thought in the first half he was trying to throw to a spot.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were holding. Rustin, you were holding.
Grab.
Yeah, but we were beating him. But since he was trying to throw it to a spot, he was overthrowing them. So I got on to him in front of the whole offense.
Yep,
and he responded well. He's like, I got you, coach. I got you. And you can see the throws that he made in the second half. He didn't have to say anything. His action spoke.
Right.
And that play was just that. He put air on it, and he allowed Waddell, who is the best two-way player in Louisiana, make a play. Simple as that.
Money. And so, man, that play was incredible.
It
Waddell
was.
said he didn't know he scored, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You know what's even better than the play?
Come on.
That, like, that shot that they have on the video where it's like the
three shots?
Yeah, the three shots.
Oh, the still motion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the still motion. Oh, my goodness.
Incredible.
Cam did it, and then, you know, Dylan came back.
50 yards. Yeah,
oh
that
my
was
goodness,
crazy.
man.
So I want to ask Coach Sample about the biggest play, I would say.
Talk about it.
I want you to talk about
Talk about it.
You see that big giraffe, 6'8" human
Man.
running down. Goliath,
my
man.
goodness. Well, oh my goodness. I think that play is just a testament of our season. And that's why I fell on my knees and said they never gave up before that ball hit the ground on that field goal. Because you see a motion play, two of our players, Waddell and Dylan Johnson, running to each other. They fall on the ground. The biggest player on the field has the ball. He's cutting across, back across, and I listen to the broadcast. First of all, y'all guys are the best.
Hey.
You do the best job when it comes to that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyway,
Appreciate that.
he cuts across the field. Both of them get up, and they're chasing the ball. Waddell sees the ball because he's a ball getter. He gets the ball on defense. He's a playmaker, and he grabs his elbow, I believe. First of all, he Superman dives, grabs his elbow, pulls the ball out. Dylan Johnson, who was also on the ground, gets up. They're running together, and he recovers the fumble. Now, it's something that I believe in defense, and that's pursuit in the football. And we run that drill probably 2 to 3 times a week.
All the time.
Before practice and after practice, and that drill helped win us that game.
It did.
Yep.
And why I love that drill so much, because it's just a testament, it's a choice of you selling out effort, because it does not matter how big, how strong, how fast you are. If you say you love this game, your effort should show it. And that's what it showed on that play.
And you talk about drills. Coach, there's a drill you run with your offense after practice where you line them all up, and they run in sprints, and you put them in situation to ice the game.
Yep.
Talk about that, because we had the chance to ice the game, and we actually probably kind of did.
Right. So it's a mindset. A lot of coaches miss out on the psychological part of coaching. You know, X's and O's only go so far, and you got to be mentally tough. So, and I talked to them about it because I didn't want them to think that it was just punishment work.
Yeah.
This is not punishment work. This is conditioning, not physically, mentally, right? And we play 4 quarters, and it'll either be 12 20-yard runs or 16 10-yard runs, but it's first quarter. Let's get through the first quarter, all right? And we may change the cadence. We may go on silent. If somebody jump off sides, hey, that doesn't count. You got to go back. You know, it's just trying to get them to understand the importance of being disciplined.
Yeah.
You know, of being selfless. Because when we first started that, if somebody messed up, man, what's going on? Like they start fighting and stuff, and it got to the point where later on in you, don't worry about it, y'all. Just get back on the line. Let's finish. So again, you building a brotherhood.
Mm-hmm. Shift.
It's a shift in the mind, man.
So when MJ outside zone, he hit the sideline. You had already told him we just need one first down in this ball game. We in victory.
Yeah.
What was when he steps out of bounds? What's going on?
I'm like, dang, man. But I can't even be mad because it was a good run.
Yeah, because he almost scored,
Yeah,
right?
he almost scored. So this is, look, I'm going to critique him on air for y'all. If he had the ball in the left hand where he can use his offhand to fight that defender and bend it around a little bit tighter
Change
to
his
him.
balance point.
Yep. Now he probably have to arm tackle you, and that's not going to happen.
Right.
But he just kept kind of drifting to the sideline with the ball in his right hand, and he was just trying to be smart with not having. I think he didn't want to turn the ball over.
Right.
Yeah, we're shifting.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the first thing Coach Jacobs said was, "Oh man, if he had that ball
But
in his
listen to
outside,
me.
he scores."
Young running backs in that situation, get out of my. I mean,
Get down.
Get down.
Get down. Right.
But I say it was God's plan because once again I mentioned earlier, little brother Trey got to come in and boom that.
He
ball.
boomed it.
And then you got to play a little bit more defense.
He did.
And I thought that somebody could have went down there and pinned them at the one. Come on,
Then it
can
really- please. Come.
I'm just always trying to be,
Absolutely.
You're a competitor.
Yeah, man, come on.
You know,
Because if you put them down there at the 1 yard
No
line,
timeout.
It's different.
It's different.
I'm gonna tell you something that I did on the way back. We listened to the broadcast coming back home, and you said 3 times, "Trey built for this moment."
Yep.
Trey built for this moment, but he built for this moment.
Yeah.
He let one go. If that wasn't the best punt, I don't know if it was, but it seemed like it was the best punt. The timing, the distance, the air, the returner had no clue that ball was going there.
He did that.
I went back and watched the tape, and I thought we weren't running. We were running.
He boomed it.
He just
He
let
boomed
it
it.
go.
Yeah.
And man, that was a great.
I like his swagger after he punt.
Yeah.
He
Like
knew it was a good one.
he got like this little walk back.
He
Thing.
knew it
I
was a
just
good
boomed that one.
It's something I say to Trey all the time. I say, they say you top 2 in the state, and you ain't number 2. You always, I say that to him all the time.
He said
was the
that
one.
punt got the attention of the number 1 punter in the country, and it got in his inbox, and now Trey has a relationship with him.
That's what's
and
up,
Southern's punter noticed it, and it created a conversation. So
Yeah, man. Look, the Lord
works.
he works in mysterious ways, and he had his hand on this season.
He did.
He really did, man. And if you don't believe in a higher power, just see how this unfolded for us.
Right.
It's a blessing, man. It is.
To God be the glory.
Absolutely. Final thoughts, you guys. Final thoughts, and what would you like to leave this season with? What statement?
Ouachita is back.
Yes, I like that.
Ouachita is back. And I think you are going to be coached by a staff that not only cares about you as a player, but we want to see you grow as a young man.
Yeah.
And you got to understand that we can't ask a team to be a team, the players to be the team, a team, if the coaches are not a team.
Right.
And this is my brother right here, man.
Yes, it is.
I'll ride or die for him.
Yes,
and it's all the other members of the staff. Those dudes, I really mess with them. It's fun to hang out with them. It's fun to go to work because you're dealing with a lot of winners. They want to win.
Yeah.
And there's no complaining. It's solution-based opposed to excuse-based. So I think we here to stay, man.
Yeah, I agree. Final thought?
We back. I like that.
Yeah.
Boy, that was awesome.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that's good.
This what I want to leave this season with, and going forward. Actually, we ready to work. Ready to work. We went through a tough part of this year. We started off 5-0, and then we went 0-4 in October,
and then 6-0,
and then we finished the job, and that's what it's about. I heard Mike Tomlin, who I look at a lot for the Pittsburgh. He said a lot of coaches run from coaching. We didn't. We didn't. Our kids knew it, and they didn't. They seized the moment, and they played every play to the end, and they reaped the reward of it. So that's what we're about at Ouachita.
Love you guys. Appreciate what y'all did this year.
All
Can't
love.
wait to see what's coming up in the future years for these Ouachita Lions. We'll be back with the final segment with head football coach Benjy Lewis. You're tuned into the Ouachita Lions Sports Network, and this show is being brought to you by Nela Title, powered by Creed and Creed.
Growing up in Northeast Louisiana, I was raised on neighbors helping neighbors, the spirit of entrepreneurship and good food, something we know a lot about at Coney Island Connection. We've turned those values into our mission. We believe giving back with a lot of food and lots of love has the power of bringing people together. We're more than a restaurant, we're family, and with your support, we're changing lives one meal at a time. Thank you for helping us to become known as a small business with a big heart.
David's Mobile Detail and Wash makes it so convenient they come to you. Cars, RVs, boats, motorcycles, airplanes, homes, buildings, and more. For all your mobile detail and wash needs, call David's Mobile Detail and Wash 547-3233. A proud graduate of Ouachita High School's class of 1990, Paul Evans has been helping families in the toughest times for years. You find yourself stuck behind those cinder block walls? Call Paul. Paul Evans Bail Bonds, 267-7740. Built to last and backed by integrity, Allied Roofing is your trusted veteran-owned roofing company in Monroe. Quality service and professional installation make them your best choice for roofing solutions. Allied Roofing is ready to provide you with dependable, quick, and customized roofing services that suit your needs 24/7. Visit them online at alliedroofingco.com or call 257-6107. Allied Roofing, proud supporters of Ouachita football.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
As a graduate of Ouachita Parish High School, a former football player, and an attorney, Skip Benton gets it. He knows the hard work it takes to get things done on the gridiron and at the courthouse. That's why the law office of Skip Benton is here to help you understand your rights as an accident victim. They offer free consultation, and in most cases, there are no fees, costs, or expenses owed to them unless they recover money on your behalf. Skip Benton is the personal injury attorney to call if you need help. No shortcuts here. They handle every case like it's the most important case, because it is. It's your case. If you need a personal injury attorney, skip the rest and hire the best. Call the law office of Skip Benton at 225-773-8486. 5534 Galleria Drive, Suite B in Baton Rouge, serving all of Louisiana.
I'm Christian Creed with Creed and Creed. We're proud to support Ouachita Parish High School because, like football, fighting for the win takes commitment, courage, and teamwork.
And that's what we build in our lines, both on the field and off. These young men work hard, they lead with heart, and they represent our community with pride.
At Creed and Creed, we fight for our clients the same way these athletes do every Friday night.
Thank you guys for supporting our lines.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need. Go Lions!
Hey there, this is Caleb Johnson, founder of Johnson & Associates Wealth Strategies. I grew my firm with one purpose, to support people who have spent their lives supporting everyone else. Those are doctors, dentists, and small business owners. You take care of patients and build communities. My role is to help you understand your financial needs and explore strategies to protect your income, prepare for retirement, and look at a future that you want to create. If you want clarity and a partner to help you out with that, please give me a call at 318-361-2446 or go to my website at johnsonandassociateswealth.com.
From the fun times with family and friends, to the long nights of studying or purchasing your dream home, the new year ushers in new opportunities for you and your family. Thank you for allowing CenturyNext Bank to be a part of the events in your life. We wish you a safe and joyful holiday season.
One last time. Oh, we back?
We
All
back,
right.
baby.
Hey, welcome back to the Championship Show. We're broadcasting live from El Paso Mexican Grill on 165 North in Monroe. Mike Downhour, Des Lighton. Hey, we got Coach and Athletic Director Benjy Lewis back. We also have Peyton in the house here. Peyton, what's up, man?
The VIP ball boy.
How about you?
I'm good. I am good. First question is going to be for you, Peyton. What you think of this man right here?
Man, I think he's awesome. I mean, I love
Well, we
how-
do too.
Yeah, obviously. He's really cool. I kind of look up to him. I mean, I kind of want to be a coach too, but
You can do it.
yep, I hope I can. I think he's really awesome for believing in these kids, even though obviously we didn't have the best regular season. He still believed in them, and obviously we got the championship.
Absolutely. What's it like having that big trophy and your dad in the same room?
It's almost unreal. I mean, I've taken a lot of pictures with it, and I assume he has too. I really enjoy it.
Take us back to the game before getting to the big game. Being
that's-
on the
that's the
sideline.
picture, man.
When I seen you guys hug, you was the first person he hugged. Take us back to that moment.
Man, I was so excited. As soon as the clock hit 0-0-0-0, I was like, where's my dad at? I got to go give him a
Yes,
hug.
you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I saw some people trying to give him an interview, and I didn't care. I just wanted to go hug him. That
Yeah.
was the first thing that came to my mind.
And so I've been watching you, man. You've been on the sideline as our ball. What is the official
Ball
role?
boy.
Ball boy. Okay.
Feel derogatory somehow.
Yeah.
Ball person. But so what's that been like being on the sideline as a ball boy?
It's definitely very fun because I get to be with my friend and Solar, who's also my friend. We get to play around, and we also get to be on the sideline and watch the game like up close.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. It's awesome, especially being on the sideline of the Superdome. That's like something that you're almost never going to get to do. So that's like once in a lifetime. I really enjoyed it.
Coach, what's it like having this guy right next to you?
Well, I think, it's been important for me his whole life to have him down there. Now, there's been times that he didn't need to be down there, even when he was. I can think back to my previous place of employment, and we had all intents of him being a ball boy against Ed Nakar one night, and he cracks his head and gets a concussion before the game. And so there's been those moments. But look, he's a coach's son, and he always wanted to be around the game, and he now loves the game. And I think, and I made the joke earlier, I've gotten on to him probably harder and more, and he's heard my wrath more than maybe sometimes players have, because
He's a chip off the old block, Coach.
because I expect a lot of him.
Yes, you do.
And so to have that moment, it goes back to that Friday at Neville, to have the moment we had there. And then obviously to have him back, I had him at 3 years old on the dome floor and walking. He had no idea the building he was in.
Right.
It was special. And so it's been special moments throughout my career that I'm so fortunate to share with not just my son, but my family. And again, I think that those guys, Solar, Caesar, Coach Caesar's son is one, and obviously Richmond Smith, whose dad, Peyton and Richmond formed a relationship, and Dean Smith is his dad, who's another coach and a Ouachita grad from this area. And these guys have experienced things on the sidelines that are going to prepare them for athletics as they go forward. And look, man, what a cool story for them to say, I was on the dome floor. Man.
No doubt.
They got friends looking down at them, and there they are, So it's been a really, really cool ride with my son from when he was a ball boy who didn't even know how to be that, just in term only, to now, being a guy that I can trust. Hey, they go search for the officials. The officials ain't got to look around for them. They got the next ball ready. And they're even trying to get kicking balls in, which is harder and harder in this day and age.
I seen them working.
I
in
know,
the dome.
they work.
I
They
seen
work.
them working, man.
Yeah.
Getting that ball in. We were on the goal line, and he was making sure he got the right ball in.
At Neville, Peyton, we kick was it extra point?
Yeah.
And the Neville student section steals the ball.
Oh.
And Peyton comes and tells me we got cops on it. I mean, all of a sudden, So to see that all come back full circle, it's just it's really cool.
Did we get it back?
Yeah, we got it back.
We got it back.
He checked that out.
Can't have him with a Ouachita ball.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring him on because, a lot of times those guys catch a lot of flack for him personally, just in where he's at, in life and at the school he's at. He's caught a lot of flack for me and has had to grow up pretty quick in that regard as to learn what people say, and how to categorize
It's tough.
that.
Right.
Because he's still at Neville.
Yeah, and he's done a great job with that, man. He's done a tremendous job with that. And so this, for me, was a big moment, but also for him, too. He's listened to it. He's caught it. And I'm so happy for him and them as much as I am because they're a part of this team. He has guys that he feels like are brothers out there and on this team that he's grown up with for 5 years now, So I wanted to give him his moment and put him on. I'm not going to make him sit up here the whole time because this is a learning experience for him, too, how to talk on a microphone.
And he's done well. Outstanding.
I got one more, though. Let's talk about the peaks and valleys. You talking about life lessons. What was it like experiencing going down 17-7 in the Dome and watching your dad go in and give a hell of a halftime speech and having us come back?
To be honest, I was really mad at halftime. Like, Richmond and Solar were out there playing. I was just sitting on the bench, and I was mad.
Yeah.
I thought the players were starstruck, and I was like, man, we need to lock in and start playing. And then they locked in, and then we eventually came back. And I was really happy.
And got that.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, he's a coach's son.
Well, Peyton, appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. You can hang. You can do that. Coach, we want to talk about Bragg one more time, last time about your team and look at these team stats through the championship game.
Yeah, and I can just tell you guys, obviously I can talk about it now. We kind of have a coach's agreement. Nobody releases first team all-district until we're all done.
That's
I'm
cool.
glad they couldn't release it until the state championship game because us and Ruston were battling in it. So these are the championship stats, and I'll try to just recognize at least the first teamers. I would be operating off the top of my head to say everybody that got any honor, and there's going to be more to come. All states coming out, both Louisiana Sports Writers Association and as well as Louisiana Football Coaches Association, all Ouachita Parish. All of those things are coming out, in the next week or so. But right now, I'll just try to talk on our first team all-district kids and then just recognize our kids in general for their stats. Final stats, we'll start back with offense. Montreal Connor, who you heard from a while ago, what a leader, what a young man, and, just what a value he's been to us. 122 completions, 231 attempts for 2186.
Wow.
2,186 yards. Coach Caesar always talked about, we just need you to be 50%. We don't need you to be the most elite passer.
Right.
He was 53% on the year with 32 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. What a great job.
Oh,
passing.
but Ouachita can't throw.
That's what I have heard that said before.
I got a story about that later.
Yeah, later. And then we go to rushing. We've made no bones about it. We make no secrets about it. We're a rushing team. And starting out with MJ Day, number 3, the MVP of the Dome game, 305 attempts, 1,855 yards.
Wow.
Which equates to 6.1 yards per carry. And he had more touchdowns than that. I think that's wrong. I think he had 11 total touchdowns, 9 rushing for MJ Day. Montreal Connor does eclipse the 1,000-yard mark in rushing, 194 attempts, 1,049 rushing yards for 5.5 yards a carry and 14 touchdowns. So just to put that in perspective.
46 total.
That's it. That is by anybody's mark or stretch. That's a tremendous year. That's all state year.
Yep.
And I think we'll see those honors come from him. Receiving, Waddell Clark, the man of the day, has gotten a couple of offers today, and I think a couple of more come tomorrow. And as we move forward, we'll see where Wydell Clark goes. Wydell Clark, 26 receptions, 641 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Cam Brooks, 25 receptions, 532 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Kevon Whitlock, my man, you know, to not have played in the last, 4 games? Am I right?
Four. And Destrehan was his last game.
Yeah. 21 receptions, 419 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Most of those after the first half of the year. And then MJ Day, 18 receptions, 191 yards, and 1 touchdown. Pancake blocks. A.J. Washington finishes on the year with 51 pancake blocks.
That's
that
crazy.
young man, and committed to Grambling the other day. Kudos to him. C.J. Williams, 27 pancake blocks. Moving to defense for the second year in a row, and he's here as well. My man, he don't say much. DeAndre Mansfield finished with 93 total tackles on the year at the free safety position. Followed up by Jamarcus Jacobs, linebacker, number 8, with 79 total tackles. Brandon Bruce, linebacker, number 23, senior, with 75 total tackles. Jeremy Jones had a heck of a year, 65 total tackles as a defensive end. And then Orlando Odie Fremont, number 0, 54 total tackles on the year. Now we move to tackles for loss. So keep in mind that these are separate from total tackles.
Yeah.
All right, tackles for loss, led by Dylan Berryman, the big man, with 22 total tackles on the year. Tackles for loss on the year. That's huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Now, Jeremy Jones had 14, so add that to his total of 65. He's banging right out at 80 total tackles as a defensive end. That's huge. Jamarcus Jacobs, 11 more tackles for loss. And then Orlando Fremont with 10 on the year. Big time. Leading us in sacks on the year, Jeremy Jones. We call him Petey with 5. Dylan Berryman with 4. Ray Jones flies in out of nowhere in the playoffs and has 5 sacks on the year.
And Alex Smith, too. He just
Alex, so opportunistic, and Alex is right there in that number. I didn't adjust it, but he has 3, as well as Jamarcus Jacobs and Brandon Bruce all have 3 sacks on the year. Interceptions, DeAndre Mansfield finishes the year with 3 interceptions, along with Dylan Johnson, the corner, and Wydell Clark with 2 interceptions on the year. Calls fumbles, Jeremy Jones with 4, DeAndre Mansfield with 3, and Orlando Odie Fremont with 2. Pass breakups, Odie Fremont with 12, Wydell Clark with 11, Dylan Johnson with 6, Jamarcus Jacobs and Nolan White both with 3, and Traylon Horde with 2. Now moving to special teams. Number 84, Cam Gale. He had 43.1 yard average on kickoffs, and you guys know as much as I do that we did a lot of sky kicks.
Yes.
Had 11 total touchbacks. He was 36 for 39 on extra points, 7 for 14 on field goals with a long of 43. Not just because this man's sitting next to me, but I think we know down the stretch what Trey Johnson was to us, and a guy that he's here, and every conversation we have before a game is, I hope you just sit over and watch.
Yeah.
Is exactly what I tell him. And he understands exactly what I mean. But when you trot him in and the game needs to be won and he laces a 61-yard punt, that's huge.
Yes.
That's huge. And I think he and I both would wish it was 60 yards and it was stopped at the
Right. Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, if they were 5 yards closer, that kick's a lot closer too.
Yeah.
So Trey could have shanked it. Would have been a lot of different talks right now. So Trey Johnson, 12 inside the 30. Inside the 20, and 3 inside the 10 after a pre-district where I don't think he did his best, and he and I would both say that. He ended up with a 31-yard average on the year. All right?
That's correct. I'm curious to see his playoff average.
I know,
You know?
and I think we need to break it down that way. Punt returns, Wydell Clark continues on repeating last year's feat of being an all-state punt returner with a 28-yard average and 1 touchdown. And then kickoff returns, Wydell with a 22.6-yard average. And it's why he's getting recruited by people, because they see that the young man doesn't come off the field, and I've not been with many like him.
Right.
Yep.
Electric.
Yep. So those are the stats that end the year on a championship year for our Ouachita Lions. Not just these guys, but so many, so deserving. so deserving. We were well represented on the all-district team, and I'm going to forget some, so just forgive me. A.J. Washington, first-team offensive lineman. Montrell Connor, first-team athlete. Waddell Clark, first-team defensive flex player. M.J. Dade, first-team running back. Let me think. Cam Brooks, first-team tight end. Moving to the defensive side. Dylan Berryman, first-team defensive lineman. Dylan Johnson, first-team cornerback. DeAndre Mansfield, first-team safety. And I know. Jeremy Jones, first-team defensive end.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's what happened when you win a championship.
That's right.
Who else?
That's right.
I think I got them all. Let me see. Let me see if I forgot any.
Yeah, I don't recall hearing that many.
No.
But you got to think. I remember my junior year. Like, if you look at the championship list, we lost in the semis to Bastrop. It's just filled with Bastrop people.
That's right.
And they went on to win a champion. They got took from
To the victors go the spoils.
Exactly. So when you win a championship, it's going to be a lot of you had to perform to the level where a lot of your people are going to get all district honors.
Yeah, I did cover all the.
That's
first
pretty good.
there. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
From memory, Coach.
And by the way, we want to say thank you to Neela Title for sponsoring this tonight. Last minute, threw it together, and they really stood out. They've got 40 years of legal experience. Ethan Hunt, Rob Garner. They are the partners behind Neela Title. They specialize in residential and commercial real estate transactions. Neela Title, 3200 Forsyth Avenue, 388-4304. Want to also say thank you to David's Mobile Detail, JTL Construction, Paul Evans Bail Bonds, and this place, El Paso Mexican Grill. Coach, you're going to wrap up this season with some final thoughts here.
I just love how the community came together. I'm an honest and transparent guy, and there's been times this season that I called out this community. And thank you for answering the call. Thank you so much. These young men are so deserving. It's never been about me, and it's not going to be. These young men deserve this, and they loved it, and they responded to it, and we won because we turned around, and like I've mentioned, we saw just how much they showed up in the Superdome, just how much they showed up on Forsyth, just how much they showed up at Parkway. This is as much for those guys that showed up as for them.
Mm-hmm.
On a personal note, I'd like to thank my family who's here and who has always been there. The miles, if we counted them up in my 23 years of coaching that they have traveled is ridiculous. And sometimes I told them not to because of where we were going. But thank you guys for always being there. Thank my son and the other ball boys. I'd like to thank the student trainers and the filmers because it matters.
Yeah.
It matters. It all matters and everything. And I'm going to forget people, but everything that anyone did, it has a hand in that. Thank you, Tile, for what you've done.
Yep, he's done outstanding.
Hung in there.
We appreciate you. Thank you guys for the broadcast. Since we started this and we went out on a limb, there was no roadmap for this, just like there was no roadmap for that right there.
Right.
We've made this thing, and there's been road bumps, and we've made it work. And I appreciate you guys for that. And then finally, Mike Downhour, 36 years of Ouachita High School football.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so glad that your last call was that of saying Ouachita High School is a champion.
State champions. And, of course, you had to make it go down to the last play, Coach.
Well, it wouldn't be our style if it wasn't. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Des, final thoughts?
I'm just grateful to be here with you guys.
Man, me too.
I'm grateful to be here and experience this and just to see the camaraderie and the brotherhood. And Leonard Caesar said something like, you can't experience a season like this. And if you didn't have faith before that, without having faith after a season like that. And
That's
I
right.
can definitely attest to that, man.
Yep.
And two things forever in the field house will be that trophy and that beautiful picture that's going to be going up on the wall.
That's right.
So
we just got to find where we're going to put it.
Immortal.
All right, for athletic director and head football coach Benjy Lewis and state champion Benjy Lewis, for Desmond Lighton, for Ricky Robertson and T-Lay, and Coach Jacobs is here somewhere. We saw him earlier. I am Mike Downhour. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of this incredible run. We will, I tell you what, it starts all over again. And when's it start, Coach?
In August.
And no, spring game.
Oh, are we doing it?
No, not here. No. I'm just talking about football starts over again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It starts when we come back from Christmas break.
Oh, okay, that's what
know?
I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. You've been tuned in to the Ouachita Lions Sports Network. Nela Title is the presenting sponsor, and we do want to say it's been powered by Creed & Creed. Thank you guys.
I'm Christian Creed with Creed & Creed. We're proud to support Ouachita Parish High School because, like football, fighting for the win takes commitment, courage, and teamwork.
And that's what we build in our lines, both on the field and off. These young men work hard, they lead with heart, and they represent our community with pride.
At Creed & Creed, we fight for our clients the same way these athletes do every Friday night.
Thank you guys for supporting our lines.
Remember,
Creed & Creed